I thought it might be easy for me to show you how I set up Zoom on Moodle. This seems to be the easiest way to use it. You can go to the LSU Zoom site and set up a meeting that way, but through Moodle looks like the easiest option for students too. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to your main class page and pick where you want this to land and where you want this to be. So I'm going to go to Add an Activity, and then I'm going to click on External Tool. And then it's going to create, I'm going to name it. So I can name it whatever you want, but let's call it Zoom Class Meetings and Office Hours. Because whether you have meetings alone, office hours alone, or both, you really only have one place where you're going to set those up. And so it's going to be this one site where a student's going to click on and then find the individual places where they're going to meet you. So then I need to go ahead and click on this and go all the way down and click on Zoom Web Conference. Then the only thing you want to change here is the grade. This will put a grade in the grade book for them automatically, but I don't really want to do that, and you probably don't either. So click None, and then it won't show up in the grade book. I think later if I want to give them a grade for meeting with me or coming to class or some activity on Zoom, I can just enter that separately. I think that'll be a little bit easier. So then click Save and Return to Course. And now I'm going to go here and click on this link right here. And it's going to, now you want to make sure that you have this set on Edit up here so that you can change that. And so I'm going to click on Zoom Class Meetings and Office Hours. And not sure why this is this way, but I am going to fix it and get back with you. Now I wanted to show you what you would do if you have your Moodle page set up like this. So the one that I just showed you was the traditional setup. Some of you have that one. This is that newer setup that we had, but it's going to be the same process basically. So you're going to go to your page and decide where you want to put it. So this is my, so I'll go back here. This is my Moodle page, and it looks like this, the home page. So I'm going to go and pick out my course. And this one's set up the newer way, so I'll show you with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the first section here so students can see it. And then I'm going to create a learning activity. So it's really the same button. And then click External Tool and Add. And then I'm going to go ahead and call it my name, so Zoom Course Meetings, right? Now don't forget this part because I did that before and I was up a creek, right? So Zoom Web Conference, I'm going to pick that. And then let's go ahead and see what happens here. Remember, we don't want a grade, so let's put None, and then that'll take care of that. So I'm going to hit Save and Return to Course. And then here's my new creation. So let's hit Zoom Course Meetings and see what happens. And then I'm back to the same place where we're going to go next, where you can create the time slots for your meetings. So click on this link here, Zoom Class Meetings and Office Hours. And that's going to take you to now you'll be able to schedule what you want to do this semester. So I'm going to pretend maybe that my section's going to meet every week, twice a week. So let's go ahead. You don't have to do that again. You can set up office hours. You can use this however you want to. So let's go ahead and we're going to figure out when we're going to set that up. So I'm going to go into Personal Meeting Room. And so you're going to see some links here. I want to have my participants video on and mine on too. I want to be able to see the student there. And so that's gonna, there's also a way to do polls. I'm not sure how that works, but I'll let you know when it happens, where you can poll your students. can set that poll up ahead of time and maybe ask them a question in class time or something like that. And then also you're going to have this option here. It's not letting me show this, and I think it's because I'm trying to video this at the same time, but that's going to show you that too. Now I'm going to go ahead and schedule the meeting. So you're going to go up to the top and it says schedule a new meeting. So I can call this my MC 2010 4 class meeting. And so maybe I want to say here's where we are going to meet together to discuss media writing and life from a distance. Okay, so I'm going to do that. You know, you can go back and edit this later too. And so I will go ahead and we'll go ahead and schedule our first meeting for the 30th. That's going to be our experimental meeting. And we meet at the lovely hour again of 8:30 in the morning. And so now we're not going to meet 2 hours, but I'm going to just go ahead and put that in here. And then this automatically says Central Time Zone. And I'm going to hit recurring meeting. So this is going to let me, so I'm going to go weekly here, and I'm going to go every Monday. I don't need Tuesday and Wednesday. So Monday and Wednesday, and then I'm going to we'll end on the last day of class. So that would be on the 29th of April. So you don't have to do anything right here. This'll set up the meetings. I'm not going to require registration or anything, but I want my participant video to be on, right? And also, students can reach you during these time periods by computer and also by telephone. There's a way for them to call in on a landline. If they're at grandma's house and they don't have any internet and she lives in the boonies and she doesn't have anything, that person can use a landline to call and be part of the class. So I'm not going to require a meeting password unless weirdos somehow find us and start to get in. But for right now, we're going to see what happens there. And so I can record the meeting automatically, and it goes into the cloud. Now, that way, if you can throw it away later, you can share it with people who weren't there. You can do that too, right? So that's another great option here for this particular feature here. I like that a lot too. And so we're going to go ahead and save this. Now, I'll let you know when I find out about the poll and what that looks like, but you can add this to a Google Calendar, to your calendar, if your students share a calendar or something like that. But that's it. So I'm going to go back. I can go back here. And then your students, when it's time for them to come to class time, they can click on this link here, and then they can join the meeting, right? Now, if you decide to delete these meetings, you're going to have to go to your LSU Zoom account, which you need to go ahead and make. And I'll send you that link where you can do that, because LSU is kind of a middleman. It's, from my understanding, that the Zoom company partners with LSU, and so we can have this on Moodle. And so you're going to go ahead, if you needed to delete these, you can delete them here if you want to, and you can always go back to your main Zoom account and delete those too. Or just ignore them. You know, if you decide not to have them, then the students don't have to participate either. So try this out. Let me know how it works for you.